Seeing that I was still eating, Zhang Kei's calm expression could no longer be suppressed. She stretched out her slender white hand and yelled at me, "You an idiot? Didn't you see the wild boar next to you? Come here quickly." I was holding the pheasant bone rack, a little confused. Did they misunderstand something? And, according to my memory, Zhang Kei, who debuted with me, was identified as an opponent by the outside world from the beginning. Privately, we were also incompatible. But why did she suddenly become so nervous? Yes, that's right. Being good at observing changes in human emotions, I saw at a glance that the nervousness on her face was not fake. I dropped the bone, and the wild boar immediately lowered its head and started to chew it. The two people who were nervous just now were dumbfounded again. Only then did they notice the vine tightly wrapped around the wild boar's neck. So, was the wild boar caught by Zhang Kei? Zhou Yi muttered to himself. How is it possible? Zhang Kei frowned. The next moment, the wild boar raised its head after eating the bones, revealing a ferocious face and breathing heavily. Zhang Kei and Zhou Yi were startled and hurriedly retreated. The netizens also widened their eyes. Is the wild boar going to fight back? Stupid Zhang Kei. Why don't you leave quickly? Terrible, the scene will definitely be bloody. I will withdraw first and watch it later. The netizens went crazy. The program crew couldn't sit still either. Zhang Kei and Zhou Yi, who hid behind the tree, also looked anxious. No one wanted to cause a death in the variety show they participated in. I blinked and saw the wild boar approaching step by step. It didn't move a step. Then, the wild boar lowered its head. It rubbed my trouser legs, like a puppy that has been completely tamed. Everyone at this moment widened their eyes. It's outrageous. I grinned, and I also felt a little magical. Although I was a special forces soldier in my previous life, I have some experience in taming animals, but I am not so good that I can tame everyone. There must be something wrong. When things are abnormal, I narrowed my eyes, stood up, and walked towards Zhang Kei. The wild boar was tied under the tree by me. The vines were limited in distance, so it couldn't go far. Zhang Kei and the others were relieved when they saw this, but their expressions were still complicated. I pulled Zhang Kei to a corner that was not within the monitoring range and began to ask questions. Why did you target me so much when you obviously care about me? If I'm not mistaken, the fishing rod suddenly loosened because of you. Zhang Kei pursed her lips and smiled coldly. I saved you because I was live streaming. Otherwise, what do you think it was? As for the fishing rod, do you have any evidence? She didn't panic at all. But I still caught a hint of unnaturalness from her micro-expression. What I was not sure about just now, I'm sure of it now. Zhang Kei has her reasons. She had to target me for some reasons. Interesting, really interesting. It seems that my crossing was not an accident. I suddenly approached, and Zhang Kei's expression became more and more unnatural. I grabbed her hand, held it in front of her, and shook it. Next time, before you do it, remember to hide your tail. Warm breath sprinkled in front of her. Zhang Kei's expression froze, and she saw a few red marks left on her fingertips, which were left when she was fiddling with the fishing line. 7. I have many ways to expose her in front of the camera, but I didn't. She must know what this means. I smiled at her, and Zhang Kei suddenly reached out and grabbed me. I was shocked. Before I could break free, she smiled. If I had known you would find out, I wouldn't have pretended for so long. 8. Me. At this moment, Zhang Kei was no longer cold. It was like a different person. She grabbed my hand and smiled very enthusiastically. I have long wanted to be fed up with the stupid tasks issued by the stupid system. You are so cute, but I still want you to target you everywhere. System? Tasks? I raised my eyebrows. Zhang Kei finally couldn't help it, and smiled and reached out to rub the corner of my lips. It's dirty. 9. Me. Zhang Kei's reaction was wrong. My face froze and I stepped back quickly. She let go and explained. I came here through time. Here, the first mission I received was to stop you from climbing up. I don't want to do this, but I have no choice. If I don't do it and don't target you, the system will punish me. I tried to resist, but the result was that I was electrocuted to the point of cardiac paralysis, lost consciousness, and was hospitalized. I almost didn't wake up. From that time on, I decided that I must find a way to get rid of its control. Janki stopped and looked at me steadily. You are very motivated. I really like you. Everything I did before was not my intention. I frowned. Since it is so serious, why don't you say it out? Aren't you afraid that it will punish you again? Janki laughed a little wantonly. It can't control me anymore, because you have been separated from the plot and its setting, and because of you, I was born, so I naturally have the ability to get rid of it. Janki, thank you. If it weren't for your self-awareness, I would definitely still be doing the mission against my conscience. I saw the smile on her lips, and suddenly felt a little familiar. It was as if I had seen it somewhere in my previous life. Was it an illusion? All members cannot be away from the camera for too long. If the time is exceeded, the program team will send someone to check the situation. Zhang Qi did not intend to expose the easing of their relationship for the time being. She walked out first and came to Zhou Yi. Let's go. Zhou Yi did not say anything. Instead, he immediately extended an olive branch after seeing me appear. Zhang Qi, it's not safe for you to be here alone. Come back with us. We have many people. Only by uniting together can we safely spend the next 20 days. No, you guys play. I'm alone. It's fine. Partners will only delay my speed of eating charcoal grilled pork belly. I waved my hand and rejected his proposal. The aroma of beggar chicken still lingered in the air. This made Zhou Yi, who was so hungry, unable to move his feet. Or, you think about it again. Netizens saw the scene and made a fuss again. Brother Zhou Yi, wake up. Zhang Qi is not worth your repeated attempts to keep her. Is the person above a bit stupid? Zhou Yi is so proactive. Isn't it because he is greedy? 2333. He must be greedy. I saw him secretly swallowing his saliva. Fuck. Brother Zhou Yi, you should be more motivated. The boiling barrage did not stop Zhou Yi. I saw him standing still, and I understood instantly. The original body's feelings for him are well known. Zhou Yi has never refused, expressed, or responded. This also gave the original body an illusion that Zhou Yi also had feelings for her, so the original body would cling to her for so many years. Now, I have replaced the original body and become Zhang Qi. For Zhou Yi I am not moved, and I am not enthusiastic. So, Zhou Yi is not used to it? Zhang Qi curled her lips and saw something. She cursed the scumbag inwardly and dragged him away. The wild boar was relieved to see that there were no more people coveting its beauty. However, in order to protect itself, it decided to contribute all its stocks. So, under the witness of many netizens, I was fed pheasants one after another by the wild boar. The reactions of netizens also changed from shock at the beginning to numbness and indifference later. However, at this moment, several staff members of the Science and Technology Research Institute sneaked into the live broadcast room and were staring at the wild boar enthusiastically. He laughed.